Fear. Part of that emotional and mental section that we keep in our brains that originally, many years ago, was meant to keep us safe. Caveman days, you know, hunting and spears and killing animals. But see, fear serves no purpose now, except to limit us. I knew a lady who was working for an organization, and she was trying to raise money for this organization, and she had to go to her bank to make a deposit. She thought, I'll just go up, ask the bank president. They have $10,000 they can, put in for this fund that I'm trying to raise money for. So she made her deposit, and she said, where's the bank president's office? Upstairs. So as she's walking up the stairs, she's going, what am I doing? I don't know this bank president. I'm sure all his funding is gone. He's not going to give me money. He has no idea who I am. And she's shaking as she's going up the stairs. But she didn't let that stop her. And she got in and knocked on the door, and the bank president answered her. Said, come on in, sit down. She goes, well, I wanted to tell you I'm trying to raise money for this fund, and I was wondering if you had $10,000. He said, no, well, we're sorry, we have a funding place that we have people apply to, and we give out so many funds, and we've already expended, most of that, but I'll give you $2,000. Now, where would she have been if she stopped on the way up and let her fear take over? You see, it's all what we do in our little heads. Just keep going. Stop all that self-talk in your head. Because in order to GET, you have to ASK. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. When the economy started looking really bad, everybody can remember when it started to take that turn, I asked for a raise. I'd only been with the company 10 months, 11 months, not quite a year. Was I scared? Oh yeah. I thought the economy's terrible. They're not going to be raised. What am I thinking of? I got my raise. You just got to push through it. When you start that negative self-talk, change it. Because you can change it. All right, I want you to listen and tell me what's missing out of this sequence. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7. What's missing? 3 and 6. Anybody else? 0. I want to suggest to you that nothing is missing. Everything that is there is there. How many times in your life do you go through and go, well, if I only had enough money, if I only had the right job, if I only had the right car, if I could only do this. You have everything you need. There is enough abundance in this world for everyone. So what's stopping you from having it? You, your thoughts. Many of you know that I work for a home care company. Home care is like a roller coaster. Lots of visits, little visits. We're in our slow season, by the way. And I learned many years ago that if I were going to be in home care, I was going to have to trust the universe to provide for me. Because I was a single parent. I was living in Winter Park. I had a very nice car. And I was living the life where my income would take me. My company went bankrupt. They went bankrupt on a Monday. They told us to come pick up our paychecks on Friday, that we would no longer be employed. Now, many of you know the houses in Winter Park were very expensive. My car payment was very expensive. I was supporting a child by myself. I went in Friday to pick up my paycheck, and they said, sorry, we don't know where they are. I was working full time. $2,000. Wasn't there. So I went out and I said, oh my gosh, Spirit God, you've got to help me. I went out, found 4 jobs with 4 agencies, all part-time, of course. I learned my lesson. And do you know, I made it. Don't ask me how, but I made it. And then each and every time the summer would come around, I'd be like, am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? It's slow season. I've got to have... Until finally I heard, will you just stop? It'll be there for you. Let go. Quit drawing that fear into you. You know, after a few hits on the head, you go, oh, silly me. So I did. It's all what you do in your head. Appreciate yourself. So we've talked about physical, we've talked about mental and emotional, and last, but certainly not least, is the spiritual. How many of you love yourself? It's wonderful to see some hands go up. Because you know what? You are spirit. You are part of the spirit world. You're it. When you leave here, guess what? You'll be coming back talking to people. Nicely, please. No haunting your exes or those who've done it. Keep an even mind. Keep a higher vision of yourself. Andrew Jackson Davis, my very favorite saying, under all circumstances, keep an even mind. Don't allow the physical world out there to get to you. Don't allow your brain and your thoughts and your emotions to do stuff to you. Take your power back. You are spirit. Pure spirit. You were spirit before you came here. You came to use this physical body to learn and grow yourself, and you'll be spirit when you go. Don't limit yourself. This is just a playground. Take the tools, utilize them. Make your life better. See the world as a spiritual place. You want to know what you can do to help this economy? You can see God and you can see infinite intelligence in everything because it is in everything. Don't focus your mind on that lack and limitation. Focus it on infinite intelligence. Do you think infinite intelligence is lacking in anything? Absolutely not. Do you see lack in nature?